Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Soggy Conversations. I am Sir Wolfgang, and that is your other co host, Carter. And before we get started, I would just like to say one thing about a statement I made on the last episode. I was actually wrong about where babies come from. Um, I've done some research since then, and I figured I'd clear that up a bit. You see, the truth is, when a man and a woman love each other very much, the man puts his hands on the woman's stomach and casts a spell, which creates the baby. And then after 9 months, the woman poops out the baby. However, if the woman is unable to poop out the baby, then the doctors will perform an operation so the baby can pop out of the woman's stomach like the xenomorph in Alien. I just figured I'd clear it up for you.
Oh my God. I don't know if I really want to do that to my wife. That's scary.
It's a little scary, yeah.
So now that opens up a whole new can of worms because I, as a constipation suffering human, do they have to take like a laxative to poop the baby out?
I don't know about that,
L-
honestly.
Like, what if they take stool softeners? Is it going to make the baby softer?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know if there's been enough science for that. I mean, there used to be another method involving storks, but they had to put an end to that because people kept hunting them for sport.
Uh, that's awful, man.
Yeah.
I guess according to my mom, the last stork that came, they ended up fucking. So there was a problem with that. So he
That was a problem as well.
he said, "Well, what do you think? We just bring the babies?" No, we bring the babies. You know what I'm saying? And he was spreading chicken legs or whatever you call them. So wait a minute, man, honey, that's great news. We can't get pregnant because she got headphones in. I was gonna say we can't get pregnant because Leo looked it up. So the way that you get pregnant is I put my hand over your belly and I cast a spell, and then you poop the baby out 9 months later. Okay. She also didn't know that. She's watching Stranger Things, I think.
Good show.
Good show, very good show. She cries every time Bob dies, and then just I don't know. She's so upset about Bob. So I said, "Don't worry, don't feel bad, baby. I'll die like that one day. Nothing to be sad about." Damn. The questions I have for the babies. Wow. So if I were to wear a glove, let's say I wear a glove and I put my hand on my wife's belly, is it going to block the spell? Because,
Yeah, that's protection.
uh, that's why they say wear protection. Now,
Yeah,
does it have to be latex gloves? Because I am allergic to latex.
it does not, no.
Okay. What else can I use? Can I use like
Pretty much any,
a
you
sock?
can use pretty much anything. Yeah, socks work fine.
Okay. So you can use a
Stick with
sock.
stick with the sock.
You can use a sock to prevent pregnancy. You heard it here first, folks. You just slide a sock on and do whatever you got to do, and no one's getting pregnant. You heard it here first. And is it hygiene? Is it clean?
Yes.
Wow. You heard it here first, folks. You just slide that sock on, and there's nothing to worry about.
Nothing at all.
So I shaved my beard. Not that you can tell on camera. I had some stubble coming in, and I come out of the bathroom, and I'm like prancing around the apartment waiting for my wife to notice. I'm like, just making angles so the light hits it different ways. She didn't notice ever. So it's a sad day for me. But anyway, have you paid attention? A lot's happened since last week, dude.
Yeah, a lot has happened.
Or since the last 2 weeks. President Trump got convicted on 34 felonies. And then President Joe Biden did an interview on Time Magazine where you could just see that there's nothing in that skull of his, there is just nothing. So we could tackle those in a little bit. Also, Robert F. Kennedy is polling at 20% in Maine, it looked like, which is nuts, dude. Which means if he is on a debate stage, he has a chance of actually potentially being the first third party president to win a presidency. And we're going to have a guy that talks like him arguing with other states. And I just don't think that sounds very I don't know. I don't feel very comfortable or confident in countries finding us intimidating at that point.
Like I said last week, it'd be both the funniest and the saddest thing to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. And then one other thing that's happened since last podcast episode is I uploaded a first ever animated episode onto my main channel. Did you get a chance to watch that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So what is your review?
I thought it was fucking stupid in a good way. It was very reminiscent of something you would see on like YouTube in around maybe like 2007. Or if you want to go back even further, it's something I could easily expect to see on like Newgrounds in 2001. Very
Yeah.
crude, but very
Yeah.
out there. Yeah.
It does give me all of those vibes. When I was making it even, I got like the vibes of like those stupid animations with the llamas and it's like
Yep.
Carl, you can't
Well,
do
that
that.
kills people. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of gave me that vibe, although it's completely different. I was going more for like a Tenacious D in the post-apocalypto.
Post-apocalypto. Yeah, that's what I got from that too.
That's why it's a musical. And
Yeah. I couldn't help but notice the song you did. There was a part of it that was awfully similar to an older song of yours.
yeah, I was like, someone's gonna notice, and it's probably gonna be Leo.
It was
This
me.
is
I
just
noticed it right away. Yeah.
it's just straight a rip from my old song. But because that song is about something sexual, I figured it was perfect for that.
It works. Yeah.
Currently working on the second episode, and I wanted to give you a view of who is just gonna randomly pop up in the next episode. See if I could. Now I took the animation for the next episode to another level. So let's see. How do I do? Oh my god, I'm stupid. I could do it like I don't know. All right. While I look for that, do you have anything you want to talk about?
Not that
Okay. So yeah, basically the Buddy Bill song was just the porn that got away, turned into uh trying to convince Bill Clinton to have sex with his intern. Um and I had to try to because the walls here are very thin. So I was trying not to sing about Bill Clinton, railing Monica Lewinsky very loudly because I don't want the whole apartment building to hear a song about that. Not that and nobody here speaks English, but that's not the point. What do you think of the Donald Trump part? Operation Desert Storm. Call me Stormy Trump because I'm about to stormy this. Well, anyway, okay. So I guess it's not loading. I'll circle back to that at some point. But I wanted to talk about the Time Magazine interview with President Biden because it is probably one of the most entertaining and saddest things that we've experienced in a while here in this great nation that I'm not currently in. But I feel like my frame rate's just completely disappeared.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
I look like a stop motion character. Joe Biden Time Magazine interview. So I'm not gonna read too much because, like I said, I don't want to get like political, like picking sides kind of thing. That's why I make fun of all of them because they're all just clowns. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't buy into any of the fear mongering on either side really, because I think
Nor should you.
it's just something that happens every year. Like I don't I pay attention to both. So, everybody's talking about how President Trump's going to become a dictator, constitutionally an impossibility. He will not and cannot become a dictator. And he didn't even say he wanted to. He just said that he was going to be like a dictator on the first day and only the first day because he wanted to commit so many executive orders. And that is all he said. I don't think that means that he wants to be a dictator. And I don't think President Biden is going to be the one that leads us into World War III. I think, honestly, regardless of president, it's just something that's inevitable. I think if we get a good president, we could postpone it maybe, but I don't see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there's going to be a draft in World War III anyway. Nobody's really fit to fight. But
At least I'm safe.
I have a heart. My heart is designed actually incorrectly. We found that out during COVID. I tried to run outside, and my heart just tried to like. It's like, nah, I'm good. And then, like I had to stay the night at the hospital. It was crazy. All right, let's see, where is it? So they ask him.
We're safe from the draft. Yay.
Woohoo!
Health defects for the win.
Woohoo! I got them comorbidities from the COVIDs. I got the comorbidities from the draft. Also, if asthma is enough to not let you go, because I saw in Captain America, which is a credible source, asthma makes it so you can't go to the draft. So
I mean, I figure it would be. I mean, that does give you breathing problems, so they probably don't want to risk anything like that.
yeah, if I could pass out on the battlefield, where's my inhaler? Excuse me, Mr. Russian man. Please don't hurt me. I need to puff my albuterol inhaler and wait 15 to 30 minutes for it to become effective. And then at that point, we can do a respectful draw. Oh, you're going to kill me now? All right. Well, that's understandable. So they asked President Biden about his red line in Israel and Gaza kind of situation. So they ask him, so in Israel, obviously a difficult time there. What steps are you prepared to take against Israel now that Netanyahu appears to have crossed your red line in Rafah, Mr. President? So that's a good question. He said a red line, which did he? I don't even know what he's talking about. But anyway, he goes, I'm not going to speak to that now because you're going to report this before I make a before. I'm in the process of talking with Israelis right now, so I'm not going to. What does this mean? If I tell you you'll write it, it's not time for you to write it. Okay. What are the nature of your conversations with the Israelis right now? Have you spoken with Bibi? I have not spoken with Bibi since. I have not spoken with Bibi since the attack on Sunday. Was it Sunday? Yep, Sunday. I have not. My team has. But he crossed your red line. I'm not going to respond to that. I'm about to make a anyway. Huh? So it sounds a little bit like there's nothing in that noggin of his.
He's
And
just
and
gone, dude.
and, and what I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm stupid and I'm inappropriate, but you ever seen that video of Darth Vader where he's like, yes, thank you. This may just be what I need to bust. This may just be it reminds me of that when he's like, I'm not gonna respond to that. I'm about to make a anyway. It just kind of gives me that same vibe. Like he's about to make what are you about to make? This may just be what I need to buzz. Like you
Then
imagine.
he just drops an busing.
I'm bussing. I'm bussing. Are those videos serious? I don't know. I can't tell.
I think they're real.
Oh no, I thought it was like a
They No, they're real. The guy just uploaded those to Twitter. Like he's actually jacking it, like straight on.
Oh no.
People just make jokes about the way he said things, though. It's fucking hilarious.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This may just be what I need to bust. He's so polite.
Very polite.
He's actually like quite respectful. But you just imagine, oh, oh, fucking promotion stuff. I can't believe it. Okay, here we go.
That's it. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. That may be just what I need to buzz. That may just be what I need to buzz. Cause I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing.
And the music's in the background while he's bussing.
I've seen other of those too, like one with Squidward and another with Patrick.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes, Sid. Yes, thank you so much.
It's supposed to be SpongeBob.
Thank you. That may be just what I need to buzz. That may just be what I need to buzz. Cause I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing.
I don't know why it made me think of that, but it did. All right. Okay. Back to the interview. Trying to find the next part where he gets absolutely wild in his response. When you do long form interviews, okay. So they asked him a question, right? And I don't know. He's in the same room with them. So this shouldn't even be something that you hear. So he goes, so they were talking about, I believe, the alliances in China. Let's see. Oh, and North Korea, just all of the risks in the world, including the nuclear program here in Iran, not here in Iran, the nuclear program that's developing in Iran, and then the problem with nuclear weapons over here in Asia, specifically North Korea, right? So then he goes, I don't have any, and the person's writing everything he says, they just write unintelligible.
Oof.
They're in the same room. I mean, brother, they're talking like me and you were talking right now. And there's one point where they just say he quietly mumbles. It's not ruling the U.S. military. Okay, so not ruling out the possibility of deploying U.S. troops to Taiwan in the case of invasion. Biden says not ruling out U.S. military force. There's a distinction between deploying on the ground and air power and naval power, which is true. So you're maybe striking from bases in the Philippines or Japan. I'm not going to get into that. You would then criticize me with good reason if I were to tell you. What? He's just admitting that he's like, yeah, I mean, you might just tell me I'm wrong because I am. Did you catch this before the show?
No, I didn't.
It's nuts. I'm trying to find my favorite part. Okay, here we go. Mr. President, won't your newly announced tariffs raise the prices on American consumers? No, because here's the deal. There's a difference. I made it clear to Putin from the very beginning. We're not engaging in, for example, Trump wants a 10% tariff on everything. That will raise the price on everything in America. Editor's note, Biden appeared to mean President Xi, not Putin. So not only did the sentence not make sense, but it also was talking about Vladimir Putin when he was supposed to be talking about President Xi. What I'm talking about, I said, we're going to play by the same rules. You tell me if I want to. If an American corporation wants to invest in China, it has to give 50% ownership, 51% ownership to a Chinese operator. And that goes on from there. And I said, So you're you're gonna do that to us? Unintelligible. Okay.
Unintelligible. I like to imagine that he just started going off the rails and just saying things like, just start going like, blah, 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 or some shit.
You ever you ever seen his like speeches recently? They get wild.
Yeah, they do.
Someone asked him if he had something to do with President Trump's conviction, and all he did was look back and smile and just stare smiling at them. It's like, man, okay, I get that you're old and there's nothing in your mind, but if you're gonna use the legal system to attack your political opponent, don't admit to it by just smiling at your opponents. It's quite scary, man. It's like the Joker smile, bro. Here, oh boy. I could show you on the sharing, but last week when I was editing, I noticed how bad the sharing was. Like, it just didn't work, bro. Here we go. You can't see that. Hang on. Hang on, you can't see it. So let me just I don't know what to do because it's not showing, but he basically gives a Joker smile back to the, you know. Oh no, I'm Biden. Let's see. Hopefully my apartment is clean enough for me to turn off my background for a second. Okay, that's not bad. Oh no, the illusion's destroyed. It is not a studio. It's just a terribly drawn Microsoft Paint drawing. It's like an episode of The Office. Mr. President, did you have something to do with President Biden and President Trump is blaming you for his conviction? Is that true? I'm not going to speak to that because anyway. Well, anyway, moving on from that, I'm planning on animating a presidential debate. I don't know if I'm going to put it into um my cartoon show, the stupid one, or if I'm going to do something else with it, but I plan to do that. Ooh. Let's see. So sorry. Oh, my neck, my back, my
My taint.
that's a little bit more polite than what I was thinking.
I
Okay.
know what you were thinking.
So you want to talk about some stories from our past, like back in school, you're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have anything on the top of your mind?
There was one idea that came to my mind. There was one story that came to my mind shortly after we did the last one, and I wish I thought of then. Uh, we were in the history room. I don't remember if it was a study hall or if we were just taking the class off, but I remember you had brought your laptop and you were playing Morrowind.
Oh, yep. And I kept sneaking up behind the guy. I was in my underwear in Morrowind. I kept sneaking up on the guy and shoving a dagger up his butt and then running away in class. Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember that we were just fucking we were just sitting there dying of laughter.
It's such a fucking teenage us way to have fun, just shoving daggers up people's butts. Oh, you know what? there was so much just fun shit that we used to do. We used to do the tunic tongue dance
Yep.
every lunch. Me, you, and I don't know. I shouldn't say his name because I don't know. I don't have his permission. Maybe I don't know. But anyway, we would all do the dance, and God, that was so fun. I showed my wife that dance, and she's just trying to be supportive. She's like, "Oh, that's nice." I'm like, "Okay, all right. You don't understand. You don't understand the fucking power of this dance, babe." And yeah, what else did we do? We did Michael Jackson dances.
Yep. And a lot of times when we were walking down to get our lunch, we would do the emo Peter dance from Spider-Man 3.
That's right. That's right. Oh my God. We did a lot of and me and our old friend would recreate the scene from Spider-Man 3
In 3,
where Harry and
where he fought Peter. Yeah, I
yeah.
remember that.
Wow. Wow. So man, I was thinking about that school yesterday, dude, and I just missed 90% of the teachers there. I miss 100% of the teachers there. I miss them all. I don't think there's
Yeah.
one. I don't think there's one that I don't miss. I think they're all just genuinely good people. Um, yeah, it's just I miss that place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I miss that school. What was some other crazy stuff we used to do? My worm. I used to do the worm in school.
Yep.
Got a concussion doing the worm once. Just
Ah,
slammed
yeah. I think I remember that. Yeah.
slammed my jaw right on the fucking
And
ground.
then you stopped doing it after that.
Yep, I still don't do it. I still don't do it.
I don't blame you.
But what happened was, I think when I first started doing the worm, I was a little bit lighter, and the last time I tried to do the worm, I was a little bit too heavy, and my weight just came crashing down. So it was like 200 or so pounds crashing right onto one part of my jaw. So of course, cause a concussion. Never did it again. Even now. Even now. Holy moly. But that brings me to the ultimate cousin lover era.
Oh my God.
The cousin lover era was unbeatable for me because, of course, I wrote the song. But when you have teachers of your school also aware of the song, also know the
Everybody knew
lyrics,
about it.
and then we went
I
in. Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember we went on a meeting to a completely different school in a different town, and people still knew who you were.
yeah.
I was just like, wow.
Yeah, it was above anything I'd ever done. It was a SUNY Cobleskill we went to. It was a field trip, and other students recognized me. And then years later, I took it down because I was like, well, obviously I didn't become famous for it. I don't want to be applying for jobs, and people look up my name, and the first thing that ever pops up every single time is a song that the first lyrics are "She squeals like a pig when I fuck her butt." Maybe if the podcast starts taking off and stuff like that, we'll go through a deep dive of my old videos, and we'll hit that one. But I was working at McDonald's after I graduated high school, and someone pulls up in the driveway, and this was after I lost all my weight, so I looked a tiny bit different. And the guy goes, "All right, thank you." Wait a minute. I go, "What's up? Did I forget something?" He goes, "No, no, 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 no. You're the cousin guy." I go, "Huh?" So I'm sorry. He goes, you know, John Cletus. I go, "Oh, John Cletus Braxton, the third, cousin lover." He goes, "Yeah, that's you, right? Or is it your brother? Or is," I go, "That's me." Oh my God, what happened? And I'm like, "I got a job." So it's gone. I, you know, finally admitted about that song to my wife maybe 5 months ago. And now anytime I pick up a guitar, she starts singing it. She goes,
Oh
doo,
my
doo,
God.
doo. So, there's never gonna be escape from it because anytime I see my uncles, they bring it up too. They go, "Is it one of my daughters?" No, it's not one of your daughters. It's just a fake song I used to make fun of bluegrass. Anyway, it's this daughter. No, it would just be crazy if I did that. But I had this one guy come up to me. He goes, that song, as funny as it is, I can relate. I go, huh? He goes, yeah,
What?
we do all got that one cousin. Am I right? I go, no, you're not right. Okay. Can you please,
No. What the fuck?
can you not say that to me? The reason I wrote the song is to make fun of that kind of thing. And I remember your comment was, everybody please stand for the Alabama state anthem or something like that. That song was crazy famous. I couldn't believe it. It was like 3,000 views before I took it down.
Yeah.
For a song recorded on a headset like this one. It's just a regular, earbud. It just got so famous. And then I entered my Kai Kennard stage of music, which is just depressed crying into the microphone with a backing track. First song what was it, Broke? It was my first song.
Yeah. It's broke.
That one was people liked that one, but
Yeah.
man, what a change.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
It's kind of funny. You basically became your own Joji in a way.
Yeah. That went from comedy to serious music. Now I'm kind of and I think that's normal. Comedians are usually the most depressed. I mean, makes sense. But now I'm in a place where it's hard for me to make that kind of music anymore. It is the kind of music that I love to make, is the sad stuff, but I can't because I'm not genuinely sad anymore. So it's hard. It's like,
Yeah, that's the thing about making music. A lot of the best stuff comes from your worst emotional place.
yeah. So now I'm back to being able to make comedy music like no problem because I'm just happy. Back in the day, I was happier because I was with my buddies. But then, you just start getting depressed and stuff. That happens in high school to everybody. But then my most famous song is Nothing. It's clocking at like 15,000 views. That's crazy. Yeah. Man. And I still remember, so when COVID first started, you made a YouTube video called Social Distancing, was
Social
it?
distancing. Yep.
Now that's a little something we call social distancing. You shoot a guy with like Febreze or something like that, or it was Lysol.
Mm-hmm.
It was Lysol, wasn't it?
I think it was Febreze.
It's spitting out blood at the end of it, and then you just stand up all happy, blood in your mouth. See that, ladies and gentlemen, is a little something we call social distancing. And you had the classic snow in April video. Snow in April. You shoved your face in the snow for some reason.
I don't know what inspired me to do that. I just kind of saw a small pile of snow on my front lawn. I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna stick my face in this.
Man. And then your SFWs of P Hub.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that I did that, since like the year after they did like a whole thing where like they took down like a large chunk of what was on there.
I
Pretty much
know.
anything. Yeah, pretty much anything I think it was anything that wasn't verified got removed automatically. So now like everything I mentioned in that video is no longer there. So it's kind of like a neat little time capsule.
Yeah, it is nice. But I think you have it unlisted. I can still watch
I,
it if I click on the playlist.
yeah, I have it unlisted.
So it's not like on your public page, but if you were to click on your playlists of like videos, you could see some of your videos that you had in a playlist because it's
Yeah.
unlisted. And yeah, I just love that video because I just love your presentation of it too. You go, there's a lot of weird shit on P Hub, and I'm not just talking about It was just, man, you can just tell it's something natural for you to do videos. So it was really nice to see. And I think it was at that point in our lives that we tried our first podcast. And it was just going to be a podcast from my channel at the time, CJC Films. I called it the CJC podcast, and we did 30-minute episode, and then we stopped. And then 2 or 3 years later, we made the Soggy Biscuits podcast, and we talked about Belle Delphine. And then a year later, or no, fucking 5 years later or something, it felt like. No, 4 years later.
4 years, yeah.
We did this one, and we're still doing it. So that's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, shit. Riding down the nostalgic train. Man, that just threw me off. I don't even know what we were going to talk about today. Now I just am thinking about all of the weird stuff that we've done in our lifetimes, bro.
Yeah.
And then I graduated and worked at a hospital. And that was where I think I lost a lot of my creative spark for YouTube. I was working at the hospital because it just exhausts you. You're working at a hospital during a pandemic, you know. But it's going to help for my presidential run 2020 2034. President Carroll, how are you going to solve world hunger? I'm going to do it. What?
You guys got my vote.
President Carroll, how are you going to solve the racial diversity in this country? I'm going to do it. What? And who is your vice president? Shia LaBeouf. Why? Because what does he say? Just do it. Just do it. How are you going to stop World War III? With my bare hands. Me and the other world leaders are going to get in the boxing ring. And whoever wins, whoever survives, gets world domination power. I'm going to do it. I die the instant the bell rings. I just get fucking clobbered. Ding, 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 ding. Game over. I don't know. This is probably the most off the rails episode that we've had in the last. I mean, it's also only our second episode, but I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah.
You have any other stories you could think of?
Not right off.
Let's see. Let me just try to think of one. There's definitely more funny stuff that happened. Let's see. Trying to think of it. There's gotta be something. Bro, I remember I was in math class and we had our Chromebooks open. And one of the newer students, he was wild. He was wild. He was watching he went to your same school. He was from your school. He was the tall, skinny one.
Oh yeah, I remember. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he's in a lot of trouble now, I think. But
Yes, he's done some bad things.
which doesn't surprise me with this story.
No.
We're in math class, and all of a sudden I just hear, huh? I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes, yo, look at this. And it was like stepsister stuff. What are you doing, step bro? And like she was like, I remember distinctly because I was like, this is the dumbest shit. Because he just kept surfing through the web, finding different videos. She was like smacking his blanket where his member was. She was so angry, she's smacking around, and she's like, oh my God. The typical adult film. And I'm like, bro, we're in class right now. And then he was talking about his plans this weekend with his date that he had to the teacher, and she goes, oh, that's nice. Where are you gonna go? He goes, gonna go to the movie. Just straight He just straight up told her, but no, most disrespectful. Most disrespectful. So you know what? You know what's about to happen. People are probably wondering why we're laughing already. He just looks her straight in the eyes and he goes, you know.
Damn, he's fucking ruthless.
And the teacher goes, what? And he goes, yeah, you know. During the movie. I'm thinking there's more delicate ways you could say that, brother. You don't have to just say it like that. Yeah, now he's in a lot of trouble, actually.
Yeah.
I guess he went to one too many movie theaters. Oh my goodness. Oh. That teacher's now the superintendent of the whole school.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I'm friends with her on Facebook.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm friends with everybody on Facebook. Everybody from the school, except for the history teacher.
Yeah, 'cause she doesn't have social media.
Right. Just I
But you
have
have
his
you still have his number, right?
yeah, we chit chat every now and then. Um yeah. I asked him, I go, so what are the odds of World War III? And he goes, it's not an if anymore, it's just a when. I go, oh, that's nice. That's nice. I just hope it doesn't bother me. Cause you know what? I don't agree with any conflict like that. I don't want to go to fucking war. They won't draft anyway though, because there's no point. You know? They'll get like an extra 10,000 people. Americans aren't fit for that anymore.
No, not at all.
We've got health problems mentally, physically in America. It just makes it to where it's too risky to have these people on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so oh, it's Pride Month right now. Happy Pride Month, people who are on that. Yeah, no, happy Pride Month to everybody. Just be proud of who you are, dude. I made a post on Facebook. Why do we need June to be Pride Month? Be proud all year. Be proud all year. Be happy who you are all year. You know, I thought that was very supportive. People
Yeah.
have lost their minds. We need it. Okay, but I'm saying, I was just saying, I want there to be a point in time where we don't need the month to celebrate. We could just celebrate you guys all year round and nobody feels discriminated against. That was my whole goal of the post. No, we need June. Okay. Okay, I'm so sorry. And then everybody else was so happy. It was just two people that were angry. So I delete the post. I'm like, that'll solve the problem. All of a sudden, I start getting DMs, dude. Hope this clears up why we need June. You don't. I'm not saying you don't need June. I'm saying just be proud of yourself all year. I was just trying to be supportive. They were so angry at me. So anyway, I got canceled over the weekend. Yep.
Oh shit, that probably means I'm gonna get canceled for doing this.
Yep, we're all canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Our lives are over.
Damn. All of our 20 subscribers are gonna kill us. Shit. Anyway, so let's talk about Belle Delphine. No, I'm just kidding. We'll get age restricted. Again, the last episode got age restricted for some reason. We didn't even do anything wrong.
Yeah, and I remember the last time we talked about her, that definitely got age restricted.
Oh yeah, but it didn't help what we were drawing. But what by we, I mean me, saying we were learning about colors
We
from
were
Belle
learning about
Delphine,
colors.
and it was educational. You were thinking I died. But surprise, I still got them double thick thighs. What? She be going gobble gobble up. Here's a big duck.
What the
Uh,
fuck?
yep. What the fuck? Anyway, I mean, you got anything else to talk about?
Not really, no.
All right. I guess we can call it the episode. So we'll record again. So we're doing a bi-weekly thing. So we'll record again in 2 weeks. Hopefully have more to talk about, more structured. Today was fun though. Off the rails, we'll call it. Although they have so many off the rails shows, maybe we should call it off the trolley tracks. Soggy conversations off the trolley tracks. All right. Thanks for watching Soggy Conversations off the trolley tracks. Have a good day.